Happy 4th of July, everyone. It's been a hell of a first half of this year to get us to this point, but you've made it this far through the tariff crash, through the Elon Trump breakup, through the UNH debacle, hell, even through the potential start of World War III. Let's celebrate this momentous achievement with some of the funniest memes of June and July 2025 in Wall Street Bets. The first meme today is by Throat Plastic 6886, with the S&P fully rebounding from its tariff lows in early April and successfully achieving all-time highs. Bears are literally seething. The meme shows your typical bear claiming that this isn't over, it's a dead cat bounce, port traffic is down 30%, stagflation is coming. Any kind of copium they can come up with to give them hope for their bleeding puts to one day print. User Harvey pointed out that he never understands the Bulls vs. Bears outlook, as if you're playing on a team or something. Never have I ever been in a trade and thought, oh man, I'm really taking the Bulls or Bears for a ride on this trade. It's ridiculous. Personally, I think it's just Gen Z and millennials having to gamify literally everything and be on a team, even if those teams are made up. This leads us right into our next meme by EOTEAH. Most of these bears are always short, even in today's market that almost always wrecks all but the most perfectly timed bear plays. But of course, the one time that they're right, you're going to hear all about it. I imagine bears picturing themselves as some sort of prophet, Michael Burry-esque type, that sees devastation around the corner, almost like Noah predicting the flood. But in reality, they're just the broken clock that's right once in a while. This one's an absolute shitpost. Jerome Powell soft landing, revealing that there will indeed be no recession, or no raw-session, as shown in the image. As funny as the convo was, the visual 2113 had to ruin it all for me with the visual he put in my head. You should all be kissing this guy's feet. He's the only reason America has not had a full-blown depression yet. Back to the picking on the Bears theme, this post from Dirty Vegan, made from a Jimmy Neutron image, shows an excited, naive young bear claiming that the market crash is, quote, finally here, and a fellow degen, if not more of a market veteran, pointing out that this is the 75th week in a row that they've said, here comes the market crash in class. JPK195's response was actually pretty insightful, with a more macro view on the bull and bear markets, saying that the market on rare occasions goes down a lot. On most occasions, it goes up a little. If you want to be right most of the time, be a bull. If you want to be right when it makes you the most money, be a bear. Or you could, as one of the responses noted, just hedgehog max and forget about the bull-bear dichotomy altogether. There is a third option, folks. And again, Wall Street Bets is having a field day with the Bears this week. We've got a meme by Stonks Investor here showing that if the Bears could read the sign saying there is no World War III, they'd be pretty upset. It seems like in this market, the only way we'd actually see bear puts print is with a full-out nuclear apocalypse. I thought the submission from Revolver Lanky Kong was a little higher quality. It's a Wikipedia template commonly used for animals, showcasing the species called the giant gay bear, genus Homosexualis, and is now facing endangerment. Oh no. User IsoSpeedRix retorts that he's loaded up on QQQ, Carvana, and Intel puts today. This was on June 24th that he posted this. So far, he might be outpacing Theta slightly on their Carvana puts, but his QQQ and Intel puts are definitely getting wrecked by the bulls towards the end of June. If you clicked on a Wall Street Bets meme video, you probably weren't expecting to do much critical thinking, but I found this tweet posted in the subreddit by Ballistic Buddha actually induces some critical thinking if you're capable of it. It starts with saying in 2022, McKinsey was paid $55 million to advise Warner Brothers to combine with Discovery. From 2022 through 2025, they charged Warner Brothers Discovery $37 million by advising the company to change HBO to HBO Max, and then back to Max, and then back again to HBO Max. And then in 2025, McKinsey billed Warner Brothers/Discovery again an additional $63 million to determine that Warner Brothers and Discovery should be separate brands again. What is going on here? Why do companies decide to pay consultancies exorbitant sums of money to essentially go in circles? Machinebird asserts that it's to validate their decisions to shareholders, and I've got to agree with him. I think a lot of the time consultancies perform better when they simply validate and hype the C-suite of their clients instead of actually making game-changing decisions or advice on their clients' behalf. More of a deep cut here. This meme is by Organized Chaos Bruv. It refers to the fall and subsequent rise of AMD, which is headed up by CEO Lisa Su. Formerly known as My Advanced Money Destroyer, RIP 90%, this glorious position has risen from the ashes to a majestic plus 10% with January 2027 calls. Naturally, like you all, I have started calling it the Advanced Money Doubler, all thanks to my unwavering belief, zero risk management, and the divine leadership of Dr. Lisa Su, aka Bay Su, patron saint of tendies. Diamond hands? Nah, Lisa hands. The context here is that AMD dropped from all-time highs of $40 during the dot-com bubble down to $7 when Lisa Su became the CEO in October of 2014. It was even lower before that. Once Lisa Hands took over, the meteoric rise began. AMD has done a 20x since. This doomsday boast by Van Hauser shows a man who finally has had a profitable portfolio. He's patiently, or not so patiently, honed in his trading strategy and began to see some green on his screen, just in time for the nuclear apocalypse and World War III to begin. User Queer Tree implies that he would just close the curtains and get right back to gambling. That just about wraps up today's memes. I've got one more for you, but make sure to hit like and subscribe to Gigastonks for both fun and analysis on this side of Wall Street, and I'll see you soon.